What is going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily Rewind episode 27. This is where we go back 1 week and recover all of the tech news stories that I ran in the previous week, and I make your life easier and more complete. And in this week's news, we talk about the Galaxy S10, how much RAM it could potentially have, and it's a massive amount. We also talk about the Galaxy S10 front glass, what that's going to look like. We talk about the Note 9 Android Pie Samsung One beta coming out, and we also talk about tons of other stuff as well, including PlayStation 5 graphics and more. Enjoy the show, guys. See you down the road. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is an amazing deal to close out Cyber Monday for the Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, and Galaxy Note 9. Now, not only are these phones reduced in price, but you get some major cool gifts with them directly from Amazon. Now, all three of these phones are unlocked, so they should work with any carrier here in the United States and basically in the world. And you can see you can get just starting off prices if you want a 64 gigabyte Galaxy S9 Plus. You can get it for $639, and it comes with either a free Echo Dot and an Echo, so you get two basically Echo devices, or you can go to the big boy for $639 and you get the phone plus the free Echo Show, which has a display. That's the one I would go for. I would want the display. I think those are the future of this thing. But other than that, like I said, you can get these majorly reduced prices. You can get the S9 for $519, along with either a free Echo Show, or again, a free Echo Dot and Echo Spot and Echo. And then to close it out, you can get the Galaxy Note 9 starting at $799. And with that, you get, again, a free Echo Show, which is that display, or the free Echo Spot and Echo. That definitely might be one of the best deals I've seen on Galaxy devices, especially with the gifts they're giving you. Those gifts are really gonna, for me anyway, if you have a smart home or you're looking to start a smart home, Amazon, Alexa, or Google are a great way, really the only ways, and I mean, there's other devices, but the major league amount of people are either going to use Amazon, Alexa, or Google, and that's going to start you off majorly if you get that. Next up, we can see some photos of the new Pixel 3 Lite phone. Now, I did talk about the Pixel 3 Lite in the past, but Ben Geskin put out a little tweet saying that the Google Pixel 3 Lite is a simplified version of the Pixel 3 with a plastic body rather than an aluminum body, and a less powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 670 processor. Now, you're getting the 845 on the upgraded versions of the Pixel 3 and 3 XL. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, which does match the other devices, and 32 gigabytes of storage, which that's a lot less. You get either 64 or 128 on the better versions of the phone. There's no memory card slot, so you're not going to be able to expand that memory. The camera is the same as the Pixel 3 and 3 XL. And then if you just wanted to take a quick look at the Pixel 3 quote-unquote Lite next to some other phones, you can see it next to the first Google Pixel, and it's quite small. It's 5.5-inch screen. And then you get it next to the Pixel 3 XL. And then we see the rear view of the Pixel 3 XL versus the Pixel 3 Lite. Then you see it next to the iPhone XS. Pixel 3 Lite is in the middle, and then the iPhone XR. And then just to round it out, you see it against some other phones as well. But anyways, Pixel 3 X Lite, we don't have an official price or release date, but it should be out hopefully either at the end of this year or early next year. And the last story of the day is about the Galaxy S10. It's not really anything new. It's just concreting information that we've been hearing over the last few weeks about this phone. The Bell is saying that Samsung has locked in their suppliers for the Galaxy S10. There'll be 3 versions of it, and then a latter version which will have 5G will come out later, probably about a month later. So really 4 versions, but we're just going to talk about the regular version. So the regular Galaxy S10, and actually all the Galaxy S10s, are rumored to have the fingerprint underneath the display, so it shouldn't matter which device you get. It have to be the cheapest, the most expensive. All of them should have the fingerprint sensor underneath the display. As for cameras, you're looking at 3 cameras on the cheapest version, 4 cameras on the middle version, and then the Plus version, you're gonna get 5, and then you'll get 6 on the other, like the 5G version. It's kind of crazy. And again, not really anything new, just kind of locking in from information that we've been hearing over the past few weeks. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about Samsung investing $40 million and a gaming company called Niantic. And if you've heard of that company, if it sounds familiar to you, it should. They did the Pokemon Go game that was huge. Maybe what was that, 2 years ago, where everyone was playing on their phone. Some people still play it. David, I'm looking at you. And it's a huge game where you just kind of walk around. It's augmented reality. You see the little Pokemon monsters and you fight them, blah, 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 blah. Samsung's putting $40 million into this company for exclusive Galaxy games. One of the rumored games is a Harry Potter game where you use the S Pen as a wand and you're able to play the game with that. I think that's awesome. That was one of the things originally when I heard about the S Pen having Bluetooth built into it so you can take pictures and things like that. It being able to be used as a game controller, awesome. That should definitely be a reason why the S Pen is used is as a gaming controller. So looking at an exclusive, or at least limited time exclusive, Harry Potter game using the wand as the S Pen. Also, you're looking at another augmented reality game in the vein of Pokemon Go, but not Pokemon Go. They didn't really have that much information on it, but this information should be leaked. They're saying at least announced in the next month or two. I'm assuming it's probably going to be announced at CES, which is about a month away from now. It's the beginning of January. I will be there. It's in Las Vegas. So as more information about this comes out, but anyways, pretty cool. They already had the exclusive with Fortnite for a little bit, and now they're looking to get more exclusive games to the Galaxy line to kind of differentiate themselves from the rest of Android. Next up, the first benchmark for the Galaxy S10 has come out, and it's coming out from Ice Universe, and the Antutu score that this is getting is a really good score, and you can see it is set at 325,076, and some of the things on here, you can see Android 9, Exynos 9820, which is the newest Exynos processor, Mali G76, which is their GPU, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, so it's probably one of the lower end models of the phone, and with a resolution of 2280 by 1080. Obviously, you can push that up to 2K plus, but they want to probably keep this low just so the score looks better. But 325,076 Galaxy S10 Plus with the Exynos 9820 processor. The other huge news is, you can see on your screen right now, Samsung Galaxy 10 likely to be the first smartphone to sport 12 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. I'm not talking about you put in a 512 gigabyte micro SD card. It would literally have 1 terabyte of storage right off the bat, and then the 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that the Galaxy Note 9 is currently their highest spec'd out phone, which has a 512 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM. This would trump both of those. You'd get four more gigabytes of RAM to push it up to 12, and then you'd get the 1 terabyte of storage, which is double the storage that you would get with the normal Galaxy Note 9. Now, this information is coming from GF Securities, a Chinese market analysis and research firm, reported the development today. The report was published by Chinese tech website IT Home as well. And reportedly, the reason they're doing this is that they're kind of feeling like they're getting pushed into the corner by all these lower end companies, having be the Poco phone or the OnePlus phone, that have way reduced prices compared to Samsung phones, but the specs are right up there with it. So they really want to be, large in charge with these specs. A ton of RAM, maybe the most RAM in the industry, a ton of storage, maybe the most storage in the industry. And obviously the price is still going to be a premium price. I don't expect it to be lower, but they definitely want to compete more so, even trump these other companies that are, like I said, half the price or a quarter of the price of what you have to pay to get a Galaxy phone. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about Project Fi, which is now known as Google Fi, and what it is a cell phone carrier of sorts from Google. What they do is they take T-Mobile servers and they also take Sprint servers and put them together, and they create Google Fi, and prices are okay. I believe it's capped at like $60 a month. You get unlimited talk and text, and then 6 gigs of data, and then anything over 6 gigabytes of data is basically free. And it used to only work with certain phones from like Motorola and Google, but it looks like they've opened up the floodgates from here on out. You can use an iPhone, you can use even older iPhones, like iPhone 5, you can use Galaxy phones, like all the way back to S6. So if you have a Note phone, that'll work. Basically any Android phone that has Android 7 and up, and then like I said, some of those older iPhones as well. The big thing that's missing from this is the ability to switch between the two servers, have to be with T-Mobile or Sprint. You're basically, I would assume, probably just going to be on T-Mobile if I had to guess, or whatever's best in your area is what you'll end up getting. It won't automatically switch like the Pixel phone would on this. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up now. And again, this is active as of right now as well. And it's kind of cool, I guess. It gives you more options if you were looking to join this service. I would still stay away from it unless you're going to get a phone that's fully compatible with the service. And the last story of the day is a big news story, and it's sure to make a lot of people happy, at least ones that watch my channel, and that is the US version, unlocked version of the Galaxy Note 9 is now ready for registration signups for the Android Pie beta, also known as Samsung One UI beta. I remember one of the first comments I got when I made the video on how to sign up for the S9 version is, the Note 9's not even coming out. In your face, man. It's officially out. I personally don't have it, so I have the Galaxy Note 9 unlocked version, but it hasn't hit my phone. I'm hoping it does. I just don't know why it hasn't, but definitely people are already getting the signups to be able to do this. The download itself after you sign up is not active just a second, just the registration of it. And again, it's only currently for unlocked Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones US. I know some of the other places in the world are getting this as well, but we're just strictly talking about the US right now. And you're probably going to ask your next question, when is, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, and the other carriers going to be available? No news on that yet. It's just the unlocked version. I know some of you have the unlocked version like myself. Once it becomes available on my phone, if it does, hopefully, and it should be because I meet the criteria, I will definitely sign up and do a video on it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's check your phones if you have the unlocked version. Check to see if the beta is up. Download and sign up for the registration, and then eventually you'll get a pushed download. Then you basically just download it like any other update, and it'll reboot your phone. Keep in mind though, it potentially could be buggy, meaning some apps won't work, some features won't work, your phone might act funny. So if this is your main phone, you might not want to do it, or if you're fine with that, going into that, just remember, we might have some issues with it. So thanks for. Let's get into the news. Look who's back, baby. I've been forgetting to wear my glasses, and they're back. So let's get into the news, guys. First story of the day is Samsung has, at least the first day, this is the first day of their 12 days of deals, a play on the word of 12 days of Christmas. So for the next 12 days, they're gonna have really good deals. Today's deals are pretty sweet. You can see you can save, the first one, save on the latest gear when you buy a Galaxy. So purchase the Galaxy Note 9, S9, S9 Plus, and get your choice of a free Fit 2 Pro, a Gear Sport for $49, or a Gear S3 Frontier for $99. Or you can buy the Galaxy Tab S4 and get a free keyboard cover, or get their save $210 instantly on their PowerBot, which is their like Roomba competitor vacuum that will just go vacuum your floors. Save up to 35% on select QLED TVs. Save $700 on select Samsung 4K UHD TVs. Save $100 on watches. Save 60% on mobile accessories, and save up to $250 on select Note 9 laptops. So really good deals, free shipping, and the shipping is actually pretty fast when they ship it out. I think it takes like sometimes a day or two to actually get to you. For me, it takes like a day or two because they're like right up, well, at least one of their shipping centers is right in California, so I can always get their stuff really quick. The other thing, you can get 6% cash back with Ebates, which is they're doubling their Ebates cash back on there. So if you sign up for that and it's your first time, you'll get $10. And I have a link down below for that. So you get $10 plus 6% on your purchase. Woo! Awesome deal. And our last story of the day comes from Ice Universe. He's showing more tempered glass of what the front screen is going to look like on the Galaxy S10. And from this, we can expect small. I don't know how much I can reiterate how small these bezels are at the top. You can see it is slightly more than at the bottom, but regardless, the bezels are tiny, no notch at all. You're supposed to have that little cutout in the top left for the camera, the front-facing camera, but it looks fantastic. Small bezels. I mean, that's one thing everybody wants, is small bezels, bigger screen. It's rumored to have up to, I believe it was like a 6.7-inch display, which kind of would make sense. If you look at the bezels on the Galaxy Note 9, for instance, they're fairly large, especially when you compare it to what we're gonna get on the Galaxy S10. So awesome to see that, you know, Samsung's pushing the envelope. The 10th anniversary of the Galaxy phones should be something spectacular with newer technology and newer designs, and I think that's what everybody wants. At least they wanted it the last couple of years, but thanks. Let's get into the news. If you're a user of Google Hangouts, you're probably gonna have to look for a new chat app. It's going the way of the buffalo come 2020. So 2019 will be its last full year of use, and then come 2020, Google will be stopping it, deleting it, getting rid of it. So what are you gonna use? There's tons of chat apps out there. I personally use, if you love Google chat apps, I love Google Allo. I think it's easy to use, it's fun. Something fun in terms of you can change the backgrounds, and you know, it's really easy to add GIFs and photos and videos and things like that. And then obviously if you want a video chat app, I like Google Duo. So it kind of combines all of that into one, so that you can do your video chats, you can do your audio chats, and you can do your text chat all with those two apps. But anyways, if you're a Hangouts app, again, it's gonna be going away 2020. Next up, if you're a user of the Samsung Internet Browser app, which I actually use Chrome, but maybe you have a Samsung phone and you wanna use that internet app and you want to have a little bit more privacy than just using Google, because Google kind of stores all this data and centers ads around your usage. Well, you can change your default search engine on the Samsung Internet app. All you got to do is open it up, click the three dots in the top right, and then you want to go down all the way to settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to see default search engine. Tap on that and tap on DuckDuckGo. That's going to allow you to have a little bit more privacy to the searches and things that you use your phone for, and not feel like someone's always knowing everything you're looking for, because all those searches you do are private, nothing stored. Again, DuckDuckGo is now available as the default search engine on Samsung Internet Browser. And our last story of the day is kind of a reminder. If you have an iPhone 6, 7, and 8, all the way to the iPhone X, and then all those Plus versions and things like that, you can get your battery replacement app until December 31st. It's only 29 bucks. So if you have one of those phones and you've had the battery for a year or two, I definitely recommend going in there, getting your battery replaced. It's only 29 bucks plus tax, and that's it. And it'll give you more life to your phone, so that maybe you don't have to upgrade as soon as you really wanted to because your battery's not lasting as good. Go get your free battery, or $29 battery, up until December 31st. They had it all year long for 2018, but obviously 2018 is ending soon. So you're gonna have to make an appointment, so make sure you call your Apple or do it on the apple.com site and get your $29 battery, guys. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is there's a new variant of the OnePlus coming out, and they announced this a few days ago. It's gonna be a McLaren edition, which is a sports car that again is pretty popular in Europe, and they're gonna announce this McLaren edition of the OnePlus 6T on December 12th in India. And one thing that we found out about it is it's gonna have a massive amount of RAM. Now, right now, the OnePlus 6T maxes out with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. It looks like the McLaren edition will have 256 gigabytes of storage, which will match what they have on previous editions, but 10 gigabytes of RAM. It's kind of unnecessary for a OnePlus phone, really, because OnePlus phones are smooth as butter. You could just, no slowdown, just smoothness, beautiful smoothness. And this is gonna have 10 gigabytes of RAM. So obviously it'll probably have different colors and whoever knows what else, but ultimately December 12th, know more about this phone, and it'll probably, if I had to guess, only be available in India and probably Europe. I don't think you're gonna be able to buy it for America, because what I've read in the past, the McLarens aren't that popular here in America. They are more so over in Europe, and they're announcing it in India, so we're probably gonna obviously have it over there. So there you go, OnePlus 6T McLaren edition, 10 gigabytes of RAM. And the last story of the day is not super new, but it gives you another look at two new colors that are coming out, one for the Galaxy S9 and one for the Galaxy Note 9. Let's take a look. This tweet is from Evan Blass. So the two colors, the one on the left is the Galaxy S9, and that is called Polaris Blue, which is a little bit richer, deeper blue color coming out for the Galaxy S9. I don't know why they're doing that color, which they already have a blue variant of that phone. I would think they'd want something different. And then on the right, which we have seen this color before as well, is the Alpine White for the Galaxy Note 9. I would go for the white if I had to choose from either of these phones, and then also Note 9 is a better phone, I feel like, overall compared to the S9 line anyway, so still cool to see these two colors. They should hopefully be coming out very, very soon. Who knows, throughout the world. Let's get into the news. Sony was recently at a conference similar to CES, which is the Consumer Electronics, I forget what the S stands for, but anyways, they were at this conference showing off one of their new displays. And this display is 440 inches and it can output video at 8K, 120 frames per second. Now, 8K is really nowhere at this point in terms of screens or anything like that, so this would be obviously a future device. And they actually showed off a video game that looks ultra similar to Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation consoles. So what people are thinking and rumoring about is that this is a little sneak peek at the PlayStation 5 running Gran Turismo Sport in 8K 120 frames per second. It's recorded on YouTube, it's really quick, and it shows off what they're showing on the screen. And if this comes out to be true, this is amazingly crazy, because right now you have consoles such as the Xbox One X that can run some games like racing games at 4K 60, and then other games are 4K 30. Some games that can't even run at 4K. And now you're thinking about a PlayStation 5 running at double the resolution and double the frame rate. So this thing is going to be one super powerful console, to the point where you're looking at something that's going to be super expensive as well. When you have that much power in something, it's going to be very, very expensive. And are people willing to pay more than $500 for a console? I don't know, because you look at something like the Xbox One when it first came out, and that was $499 with the Kinect, and a lot of people didn't buy it. And they ended up buying the PlayStation 4 because it was $399. We'll keep our eye on this one if it truly is the PlayStation 5, because if it is, it's a monster powerful console that I think a lot of gamers are going to want. I don't even think there's 8K TVs yet. At least at Best Buy, they don't have them. So you're looking at something that's supposed to come out, I believe, in 2020. Again, we'll wait and see. We'll definitely keep up with this story, but pretty crazy anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single day. Let me know in the comments down below if you play video games and what you play video games on. I do have all three major consoles. I have the Switch, I have the PS4 Pro, I have the Xbox One X. I generally, when I play video games, which isn't all the time, I play the Xbox One X. It's the most powerful, and it's got, you know, games I love, but PlayStation 4 also has some games I love. It's just they don't come off as regularly as I'd want to, plus Xbox One X is a little bit more powerful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you down the road. Peace!